So hello, we are covering Discus for hybrid learning for the Sumter School District PD today for high school science and math resources. And I have given you all in the chat the Discus username and password. And if you find that you need it, it is actually going to be the Discus username and password through the end of July this year. So this is something that you would want to share out to your students if you decide to share any of these videos or resources to your students. You are able to post the Discus username and password into your Google Classroom or to email it to students directly, but you are not able to actually post it where it would be accessible on the open web. That is in order to preserve our database licensing agreements for the use of the databases for South Carolina only. So a couple of the databases that we're going to cover today for science and for math. Credo Reference is a specialized reference encyclopedia that's used for high schools and colleges. That's great in breaking down concepts. Students are maybe having trouble understanding covalent bonds or some materials they're really trying to wrap their heads around. The Credo Reference is great to break out concepts as you see here on this slide in doing a DNA search there. You're actually breaking out different aspects of your topics in the mind map that you see on the right. We're going to go into more detail with this, but this is just a sort of bird's eye view of what we'll be covering. We'll also look, in addition to SmartSearch, because I know at your level with sciences, students will be doing background research. They'll be learning about other research studies. Perhaps they'll be needing to gain additional information there. Um, Smart Search actually searches across many of our databases, and we're going to look at those in a moment for you to see. They can either search directly in one database or they can search across several of our databases. Notice this has kind of got a Google-esque search to it. Once the students retrieve their resources here, you'll see that there's always a research starter. So if you do want your students to maybe go out and explore something to do with genetics or DNA or maybe physics and lighting, that kind of thing, this database through SmartSearch will actually pull articles from across several of our databases, give them a nice overview, and then they'll be able to also select, as you see here, I'm just going to stop my video so that you will be able to see the screen without my face there. You'll see that the students can actually find ebooks in Smart Search. This particular one is Climate Change, Our Warming Earth. They're also able to pull from our other databases from Business Source Premier, Science Reference Center, Academic Search Premier. And notice to the left, they'll be able to actually filter. And we'll look again, as I said before, we'll look again more closely at these as we progress to the live one. But I wanted to show you how easy it is once a student pulls up an article from SmartSearch to save it to their Google Drive. Also, get the source citation for it, so they're not going to be out on the open web trying to search for where their information came from. Also, you'll see the save to Google Drive here on the right. Right above that, you can save these to your Google Classroom. So if you're introducing a unit and you want students to read an article prior to the session, or perhaps you want to pull an article or an image into your Google Classroom, that's very easy to do using that Smart Search piece that we'll look at in more detail. Here is where they're going to get their citation. When they click on citation, they're going to be able to get that entire piece. They can choose the MLA style, or if they're using APA there in your sciences, they'll have that option as well. So that's just a quick look at a couple of the databases that we'll look at today. I do want to put this screen up if you all want to snap it with your phone or do a print screen. You are welcome to email our Discus office there in the center. Miss Thomas is our customer support specialist. She can help you with if you need that Discus username password. She can also help you if you're having any technical difficulties along the way using any of the databases. And you're welcome to email me, Linda Heimberger, if you have any follow-up questions to this session today. So I'm going to stop that share and take us now live into a new share, which is the Discus site. And I'm going to go ahead and pull that up for you here. And let's see, I'll just pull it up in a new tab here for you to see. So the scdiscus.org site, all of these resources are free, provided as a service of the South Carolina State Library. And you're going to find that you can actually navigate by grade level. So you could go straight to the high school list here and see all of the databases that are relevant throughout the curriculum. You can also access via the subjects. So if you simply want them to be able to see all science related uh, pieces here, you can do that. For science and technology, if you just want to see the group of what is available that's really geared towards sciences, you all are welcome to explore that. What we're going to look at today is relevant to both the math teacher and the science teacher across the different divisions with physics, chemistry, biology, etc. And math, obviously, with algebra, calculus, etc. there. So what we're going to look at from this site is we're going to start with Learn 360. So I'm going to go out to grade level here, high school, and I'm going to take us out to Learn 360 first. Within this database, you are going to find a wealth of videos, printable handouts, and even math related activities there. What you'll notice is it is a database that covers pre-K through 12th grade, and you're able to actually limit your resources to by grade level once you search the database. So the videos are here on the left, and we're going to go into detail with those in just a moment. There are also printables that I wanted to point out to you that are PDF files. So if you are introducing a unit, or maybe you have even just one student that's struggling with a specific aspect of something, you can refer to some of these science diagrams, math activities, fact sheets here to help them. So I'm going to go first to the science diagrams, and you'll see that they're broken out. This is the easiest way for you as teachers to be able to quickly see a bird's eye view of what is available to you with each of these. So we have everything from earth science, weather, climate, human physiology, space astronomy, biology, chemistry, physics, etc., that will provide very good detailed science diagrams. I'm going to just click on genetics here under biology, just as a quick example for you to show you here uh, that there are 53 science diagrams total that you see on the left, and you can limit these to just those that are relevant for your grade level, right here with the filter at the top. And of those 52, there are 18. And again, you're also certainly welcome to use the middle school level ones if there's a particular concept that you're wanting to show. But you can see DNA fingerprinting, genes and chromosomes here. Sometimes, even in our virtual world, it's best for the students to just kind of get away from staring at the screen, be able to maybe print off one of these PDFs that you put up in your Google Classroom or that you share with them, so that they can kind of just look at something offline as well. Sometimes that's very, very helpful. So I'm going to just click on a diagram to show you how this works. And as you see here on the top right hand corner, you're able to pull this diagram directly into your Google Classroom on the right. You can also download it directly. So if you want to download it directly to a device, you can do that as well. And then you also have the share to ability that you see here at the top of the resource. This will allow you to email it. So if you wanted to email, an anatomy, a physiology, a physics related diagram, you can send that directly to a student or to your whole class. But notice here, you can see that this will show the chromosomes for male and female and a good breakdown. So again, if there's something that your student just needs that quick picture that's worth 1,000 words, these printable science diagrams will be very useful to you there. You can see the breadcrumbs across the top. I was in the biology section and the printables. Just going to go back to printables to show you there are other fact sheets as well here related to health, environmental health, that you see along the left-hand side. So there may be some actual fact sheets that could be of use to you in sciences as well. And then finally, the math activities section in printables will cover algebra, calculus, geometry as your broad subjects areas, but they will follow the same way. So if you are needing to have maybe a quick handout to show a concept there, these are going to be activities that you can do with students that kind of give them some more math application um, abilities. They are going to work the exact same way as the science diagrams, in that you can pull them into Google Classroom, you can share them, download them, or just utilize them in preparing for a lesson there. These will help you to give some real world examples and applications of the various math functions. Again, those are found in printables in the Learn 360 platform. I will pause and check the chat periodically just to see if any of you have added any questions. If you want to add a question there, please feel free to do that throughout the session. Okay, we're going to look next at the videos. The videos you're also able to break out by grade level. You can actually go in and view the playlist that you see here. These are always going to show you the most recent. So our most recent featured videos for engineering technology, as you see there, health and guidance, so the health related sorts of pieces of science, featured mathematics. But the best way for you as teachers to get at what you want quickly is to actually go to videos and then click browse subjects. So I'm going to go back out to the Learn 360 uh, landing page. You would click on videos here and click on browse subjects, because that's the way you're going to find quickly what is available in that mathematics area, in the general sciences that you see down the center, biology, chemistry, etc. These videos may be educational videos, they may be animated videos. There's just a variety of types of videos that you'll find here. If you're looking at maybe a particular section, I'll just pull calculus here as an example for videos. You can sort of peruse what is in that collection just by following the browsing all of the videos. So if you're just interested in browsing to get an overview of something, you can do that. You can then limit by your grade level. So here we have all grades. We could limit by high school or academic advanced placement. You can also limit by type. So if you are looking for a particular, current copyright date or particular producer, etc., you can limit that way as well. So once you find a video that you might want to use to introduce a lesson there, you can just you can click on the video and you'll be able to pull it right into your Google Classroom once you open the video. So as we see here, just below the video on the right is the Google Classroom link. You can make an announcement. It might be that you're not introducing this session. Maybe you have students that are struggling with a particular mathematical piece and they just need a little extra help. You could make it an announcement to say, I realize you are having some trouble with this. Here's some more examples, etc. Notice this one is 8 minutes long. There is a transcript available for each one of these videos. So that can be useful to the student who maybe wants to see the text to refer back to with the help video. Videos that are part of a larger full video will have different segments posted. So if this one were actually part of a series, you would be able to see the other series of those segments as well. Again, you can also download this video directly to a device. So if that is easier for you as far as your streaming and that piece to be able to do, just know that you can download that as well. And then as we showed you with the printables, you also have the share to share this video out, the link to the video out in an email if you want. Maybe you're targeting a particular student who is struggling with something there. So that's how you actually browse videos. That's how you can look to see what is available in your subject areas there. You can also just go out specifically and do a search. So notice at the top, if you already know, maybe you don't want to just browse everything that's in biology, but you already know a specific concept that that you're going to be teaching about. I'm just going to do the covalent bond the covalent bond search here. This is a keyword search, so it is looking for these terms all throughout everything. And it can be that sometimes you get a few sort of oddball results, and that would be why, because it's not a subject search. It is a keyword search. But notice here, if you wanted to maybe introduce a section on this, you can go up again, limit to your grade level. So you can pull out all of the elementary ones and just get your high school videos there. And you can also see that you have more choices of types of video. So if you want a documentary film, just an educational video there, some of them may have animations there for you to see. But from there on, you're going to find that those videos actually follow the same process as the first video that I showed you with the math one. So you're still going to have your Google Classroom, you're still going to be able to do this. So you can actually show this in class. If you want to do that, you have the options to make it full screen at the bottom. You're also able to turn on the closed captioning if that is useful for your students there. Notice this one is part of a complete program. So you might actually want to share out covalent bonds, but maybe you also want to pull in the video about ionic bonds there. So that's a very easy way to locate related segments of a full feature video. So that's something that you all will be able to take away with you immediately, whether you're teaching the math or the science side of the house. So you can do those direct search, you can do the browsing to locate as well. So the next piece that I'm going to point out to you is our tutoring piece, because that has been critical in this time of COVID and closings and just sort of the upheaval with students going home to learn, et cetera. Um, they will have access to this tutoring all the way through the end of the school year. So you will know that it's reliable and available there. You can access tutor.com from either the A to Z list or the grade level list. It's just right on the right hand side of any of those pages. And I want to show you this because this is actually live real-time tutoring for your students. And when they see this unlock extra features, you want to just tell them if they're connecting directly with the tutor, they're not required to have this separate account. They can just close that window and go to connect with the tutor and now immediately there. But all that that student will need to do, I just clicked on the little house landing page to show you. It will go through all the different expert tutors that are available in algebra, calculus, geometry, trigonometry. You see all of the options that are here, statistics, pre-cal, there as well. So that student would just want to indicate what they're needing tutored in. And when they do that, notice that fills in for them that it's math and calculus. All they'll need to do is add the grade level. So, whatever grade level they are in that they'll be working with, they can determine whether they want to text chat with a tutor or to have voice chat. And the voice chat is either going to be by computer, where they use their earbuds or headphones, or they can request when they connect to the tutor, they can request a 1-800 number to be able to use a phone to do that piece. They can then enter a question here, like they can say, you know, I'm having trouble with a particular aspect of calculus. Maybe they've just bombed a math test. They can actually upload, you see here that attach a file. They can upload a math test and say, you know, I missed half of these questions. I'm really struggling here. I don't want to get behind. And the tutor can actually work with them um, online to be able to help them and assist them in that way. For those of you on the science side of the house, I don't know if you noticed when we were looking at all the options, but the sciences are also well represented by tutors here. Elementary science, physics, anatomy, biology. So if they are really stumped with, let's say, the DNA module or something that they're working with, perhaps it is covalent bonds, or perhaps it is something to do with the genetics, etc. Even physics are represented here. So they can actually request a biology instructor and they can say, you know, I'm in ninth grade, biology. Um, I'm really having trouble understanding, you know, this piece. Once they enter the question, that information is necessary so that they are actually teamed up with an expert tutor that can help with that exact concept, issue, subject, etc. So that's why they have to kind of do that piece. Then they would do connect now, and it will take them right into the classroom for them to be able to see to work with that tutor. They'll be able to see the classroom there. I'm going to quickly try to bring up. Let me see if I can pause for just a moment here. I wanted you all to be able to see the features in a classroom, and uh, I'm going to see if I'm able to show you that that link, because I think that would be important for you to be able to see. So as long as your student has that Discus username and password, you are able to just send them out to this piece here. And let me see if I can find in my um, I'm just going to show you the practice classroom here. Are you all able to see the practice classroom that I just opened? Are you now looking at a whiteboard? If someone could respond in chat there, just to make sure that you're seeing the same screen as I am. Are you all able to see that? Thank you. Okay, beautiful, great. So you can see there are some excellent resources for them. Um, the, to actually communicate with that tutor. So let me see if I can get rid of this chat that is going crazy on the right here. You can see that there is a graphing calculator that can be used. The whiteboard can actually be changed into graph paper. So if they are working on, something to do with an asymptote or with a, a particular formula, or they're trying to do something algebraically, they can, both the tutor and the student has the access to be able to work through and talk through using each of these. They can use multiple whiteboards there. There's also pens, pencils. For those of you that are maybe getting tutored, your students getting tutored in the sciences, there are also all kinds of images that can be used, that can be imported. There are different math symbols, etc., that can be used there. So it is a very robust piece. They can, as you see on the right, they can actually text in their questions. Uh, Help with covalent bonds, for instance, or a math question, etc. And then that they would either be texting it, or again, as I said before, connect as a voice chat. So that's something you definitely want to share to your students, is to let them know that Discus does have access to this. They would have access from 8 a.m. until 10 p.m. Eastern time to connect to a live tutor. And outside of that time period, if they do create their own account, again, they do not need an account to connect to the tutoring with just a direct real live connect with a tutor. But if they want to drop off a math question, maybe after 10 p.m., they can do that as well. But they would need to create an account up in the top right to do that. I'm not spending a whole lot of time on that today because I really want to give you all the resources that you can use as teachers to continue to build your lessons and such. But I will show you from our Discus landing page again at scdiscus.org. You can also visit our online archives to learn more details about tutor.com. So if you do want to tell your students about how to drop off a math question, there's a quick little 4-minute video that will walk them through that. And if you do want to tell them how to connect in real time, there's a little video there, and you're welcome to link to either of these in your Google Classroom if you want to share information about that. Um, as I move to our next section to show you our Credo reference, if anyone has a question, please just pop that into the chat there, um, and I'll be glad to address that as we move on here. So we're going to look at Credo Reference next, because this is great if you, particularly in the sciences, but also with math, if there are particular formulas and pieces that students may need a little reference to look for there. You can see environmental sciences there on the right. You can see breakouts there of their featured popular topics. But also they can just do a direct search, as I did earlier. Um, I'm just going to pull up the periodic table and show you that as an example. So when they search in the Credo reference database from the Discus site, notice on the left, they've got atomic mass, they've got all of these different isotopes and concepts. This will be an overview for them at the top. And then they can go through and look at all of the relevant reference guides to the periodic table. So introducing chemistry, metals there in that book, the periodic table itself. And if they want to actually view the books there, they can just click on the title. This is very seamlessly um, able to share this also out to their Google Drive. So if they want to just pull this right into their Google Drive, they can do that. Export to Google Drive there on the left. All the citation information is available as well. I'm just going to go ahead and send it out to my Google Drive so that you can see how it works there. It actually will send it to their Google Drive, and it will post in a Credo reference folder for them. So that's something where they can easily access and utilize the material there. So I'm going to go back to periodic table to show you also on the right that breakout of the concept map. Again, if you're just introducing a lesson, this can be useful to you as well. When they get that concept map there on the right, they can also click any of those sub concepts. So if they're really specifically looking at maybe atomic mass here within that, that all of those search results will now only be relevant to learning about atomic mass there on the right. And notice this is a springboard into our other databases as well, because if they are wanting to look up atomic mass in our Science Reference Center, for instance, they can just click on any of those other databases right there in Credo Reference and be able to get additional resources from our other databases there. So if they're looking at isotopes and they want information about that piece, they can quickly view that. They can save that to their Google Drive over here on the right. Again, you could pull it into Google Classroom if you want to use it as a concept example or an image for them to be able to see there. So they can see related terms in this particular one, the nature of isotopes. So you could actually create an assignment around this, link it into your Google Classroom, and have students, answer questions related to the information that you've pulled into your table there. You also have the option to download the PDF there. You can view the other pieces within that same book. So if there's some other section that you want them to view, that is available for them there as well. So that was all actually just kind of following back through. They were able to not only get background information on Credo, but they could then start a search for scientific uh, publications in magazines, journals, and other ebooks that would be available to them on that topic. So it's going to show you the sites where they would actually be able to find uh, additional materials. For those of you who are math teachers, if you are, again, introducing a particular subject, maybe you are discussing linear equations or you're doing something more with more advanced level math, you can see that you can also get breakouts of information and those really nice, quick, published works on different topics so that you can pull them in and utilize this the same way that we did on the science side of the house. So if I click on slope here, for instance, um, I can then be able to use some of these other pieces. This one is actually a key person that's related um, to that student. If you're having them actually maybe write about mathematicians or the Pythagorean theorem, etc. You can also pull in information and utilize this the same way. So if they've gotten what they need here and they want to be able to go out to our databases there, they're going to be able to see um, related articles in our other databases. I'm pausing for just a moment to see if there's any questions there in the chat. Okay. So that is, there are over 900 specialized references that they're going to be able to utilize there to help them with a lot of this piece as well. I'm just going to type in the titles. You can also do just a title search if you're only interested in any of the works that contain chemistry, for instance. You can just go out and do a title search using the SmartSearch three little bars here, search in title, and only search for the books themselves uh, that would be relevant. So if you wanted to pull to actually link to a book here, or let's say you want to link to this entire little reference shelf, you as a teacher could take the page link that you notice if you pull your eyes up to the top bar in the dark blue, you would get that page link and you would be able to say utilize this reference shelf of chemistry reference books to complete a particular assignment. And you could link to that, and the student, when the student clicks on that link, they're going to be able to see all of these relevant titles as well. You could do the same if you want to link to a specific title. So if you wanted to just link to this one book, you would just pull the page link for this one title and pull that into your Google Classroom. Students then have the ability to go through and actually search within it. So if they're looking for a particular concept, I'm just going to type a word in here to search. You can see they can go directly in the book using that. So the last piece that I want to point out to you are that's if they're actually searching within specific databases, Learn 360, Credo Reference, etc. If you want them to be able to search across several, perhaps you want them to be able to search Academic Search Premier along with your Reference, along with your Science Reference Center here. They can do that by searching with SmartSearch. And this is what I showed you initially in our slides. We've tried to give them a sort of Google-esque search where they're still searching the Discus platform. They're not out on the open web, but see if I can close this out so we don't get any more distraction. You can see here that we can then go in and search on specifics here as well. So if we are wanting them to be able to find something directly about the covalent bonds, for instance, you can see that they're going to be able to get that research starter that's going to give them an overview of that topic. You can see at the top here, the covalent bond. It's going to give them just a good brief overview, which you've probably already done in class. Maybe you don't even need that starter. But if you want them to start getting their feet wet with being able to see what's published in science journals, or maybe learning how to read some of the science related studies that are done, etc., they will have the opportunity to do that here. They can actually then look at specific databases that you'll see here on the left, Academic Search Premier, etc. They can also look for a specific type of information. So this is why this is why this is so valuable, is they're not going to be out on the open web where it's kind of more difficult to find a magazine or a journal article or a ebook. So they can actually look at all of the options of what they found here. If you just want them to pull an ebook related to the topic, they can just limit to those ebooks that are available that include that topic in them. So we have discovery engineering and physical science, microplastics there, cell biology. Some of these are going to again be more the search is actually a keyword search, but you can see that they can then open up and utilize any of those ebooks. And I'll just show you a quick example here for them to be able to open up the ebook, print out several pages if they want to print them, if they want to pull it into their Google Classroom, to be able to link to the section in their Google Classroom. They're going to have that entire book. They're also going to be able to cite it. Again, that's going to be available there too. They can just choose their APA format if that's what you're requiring there. So they're going to be able to go out and do some of their own research for some of those advanced students as well. If we want to do a new search, completely new search here, and go in and search, we'll just do algebra here as an example. Again, you can search by keyword or by subject. So if you want the whole book to be about algebra or sciences there, you can do a subject search, and they're going to have a pre-algebra sheet here. They're going to have different articles, Boolean algebra, linear algebra. So this applies not only to the sciences, but also to concepts and pieces that you may be having students researching or working with on the math side of the house as well. So those are the key databases I wanted to show you today. Again, there is not enough time to really go into all of the everything that we have to offer you, but hopefully that will be a few uh, in your toolkit there that you'll be able to use immediately. I'm going to post in chat your PD link to make sure that to remind you all to complete that for your PD credit. I've posted that Google Docs link for you there. If any of you all want to utilize that to make sure you get credit for attending with us this morning, it is there and available to you. I will be here for a few more minutes. If any of you are interested uh, in wishing to ask me questions, I'm just going to stop the recording and you are welcome to use your microphone and we can ask and answer additional questions here that any of you may have.